Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. In today's video, we are going to do the front cover of the album that we just started. So we are working in the Timeless Printable Scrapbook album templates, and we are starting with the smallest one. There are 4 sizes. This one is the smallest. I have a video playlist for this project, and you'll find it right here in the cards or down below in the description box. And it'll start with the introduction video to the templates, and there's probably a few other videos before this one, and the last video in that list though before this one is the covers. Okay, so we are going to do the cover. I would normally wait, but I just figured it might be something pretty to look at because I usually start like on the insides and maybe even do the cover last. But I'm going to do the front cover because I want you all to have something pretty to look at in video. So I've already got, I think I've got everything prepped and ready to go. I'm going to put the covers aside. There are links down below. There is a special collections list of all the printable templates, or all of the printable templates and any other printable that I am using in this project. I have it in a little collections list, so all you have to do is click that link and it'll show you everything that I'm using from my shop that's printable. Well, everything in my shop is printable. Excuse me, hang on just a second. Okay. Everything in my shop is printable. So I have that link down below. I have the Amazon list for this project linked down below. What else do I have? I have timestamps. There's a lot down there. There's a lot. And if you can't find the description box, maybe you can find the comment section, because I pin all of that information on the very top, the very first comment under the video, so that you can find it easily there as well. Also, if you can find the comment section, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying these videos. Make sure you're subscribed. All the things. Okay. So let me show you what I have printed, what I've prepped and ready to go. I think it's everything. I could be wrong. Let's see what I've got ready to go. Okay, so out of the templates, what I've already got ready to go is, let's see, I did this a couple days ago and I don't remember what I printed. Oh, we have 2 mats. So on page 31 we are using the Flutter background design. If you haven't seen the Flutter background design, there went my printer for some odd reason. It's butterflies and ledger and text and script. There's all kinds of little fun things going on in there. If you don't have the Flutter, the butterfly is actually available now as well. You could use that one if you prefer, because there's a butterflies in the paper collection. Oh, I guess I should show you the paper collection. Okay, hang on. Boy, I am just completely out of practice. This is the paper collection that we're going to be using in this project, in the first album that we're making with the Timeless Printable Scrapbook album templates. Boy, that is a mouthful. So this is the paper collection we're using, and there's butterflies and things in here, and it's beautiful. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge because we're not adding any other colors into this project, so that'll be fun. And okay, so I printed 2 of page 31 onto 80-pound white cardstock. That's what I use. Use whichever kind of cardstock you like. I have it linked in my Amazon, but again, whatever cardstock you like to use that. But I just happen to like 80 pounds, so I've got 2 of those. And it looks like I've inked one and not the other, so maybe we'll do some inking here in a minute. So I've got 2 of those printed and cut out. And then I have printed, so I've printed things and traced things, so that's fun. Let me keep my clip for that. So page 10, I printed page 10. I printed the Flutter background design one. So with the templates, you get a background design one, you get a plain one, and you get a guide one, and you also get the vintage script one. So anyways, this is what I have printed, or what I have cut out. So I printed this page on 80 pound white cardstock. We're not going to use this part in this video, but I'm going to set it aside for a later date. And these two, okay, so you'll see that I have trimmed the corners. Here's how it looks, right? I have trimmed the corners using the Crocodile corner chomper. This one is the photo and the angle. So I used the angle and I trimmed both corners, top corners of each one of these pieces. So for this little one, I trimmed the two side pieces off and the top tab off. And for the longer one, I trimmed the two side pieces off and the bottom tab off. So it looks like this. And I have scored them and inked up the back sides. So you see there where I trimmed the two corners. And then I traced the mats for these out of this cardstock. Oops, that doesn't look right. I might have just traced it all willy-nilly because it goes this way. So I traced out the mats onto this cardstock, which I have over here. And I've obviously cut out another piece. We just haven't seen it yet. So this was the cardstock that I used. I just traced it. I like my wood panel to go that way. So I just traced it out of that. And I cut the corners, except for these corners, I used this one. This is the large and small angle. We are our crocodile. I used the large angle. It mats the other chomper perfectly. So I got those cut out, and it looks like I may have inked some of the edges, but not all. So I got those done. So I'm going to set these aside for right now. And then what else do I have? Oh, this one here. This is page 12. And here is what did I print? No. I did ink both sides though. This is just a plain. I printed the plain version of page 12. And I took all of the small tabs off. So I just left the two long tabs. And I scored and inked both sides. So I did them both like that. And then I traced the mats. So for this one, I traced that out of that cardstock. So the same wood cardstock. So I traced that mat out. And we're going to be using that side. And then this one is from that sheet that we used when we cut out the flowers. That is what I traced out. So this was on the sheet like that. So I traced that out first. And then I showed you guys in that video, which is in the playlist, how I cut out the pretty flowers. How I did that with my scan and cut. So that's the piece. This was the piece that I traced out. So this is page 42 that I traced onto that cardstock. I meant to show you all that in that video, that piece was what I traced, but I forgot. So yeah, so there's that. Put those aside. And then what else do we have ready? And then the last thing I have prepped and ready to go is I printed page 23. This is just the plain page 23. Cut it out, scored, and inked it up. I inked up both sides. Right, so I scored it so that it will fold nicely. And then for the mats, I printed the mats with the flutter. So it looks like this. I didn't cut that one out entirely. So I printed those. We're going to be using some of the flutter mats, but then I also used some of the, let me show you. So this sheet is the cut apart sheet, and I liked the smaller scale. So I traced out this. Actually, was it like this? I think it was like this. I traced out of one of them, right? And then I traced this one, whoops, is it like this? Out of that one, just because I wanted the smaller scale, okay? And then we're going to be using this piece as well. So even though it doesn't have a shape or anything, or was it like this? I think it was like this. We're just going to be matting the inside of our envelope with this, and we're going to use this to kind of cover the inside part a little bit. So then that's what I did there. I think we are using this, yes. So we're using those pieces. So I traced the mat, this mat, and that mat, and I traced them twice, except this one I did backwards because it's going to be on the inside. I'll show you. I'll show you when we get to that. This is what happens when I do things too far in advance. I don't remember what I was doing. I don't remember what I did. So I'm just going to take all of these pieces, set them over here. And I'm not sure if that's it or not. I'm thinking it's not it, but I'm going to double check here in just a sec. Is there anything back there? Nope. Okay. That might be it. Okay. That's all I have prepped and ready. That wasn't much, was it? Okay. But for now, we're just going to set this aside because we're going to work on this part. So make sure that you've got it right side up. Matter of fact, I'm going to mark it so I don't get myself confused. I'm going to do that. And we are going to add some flips and pockets and things. So let's start there. Getting all the mats out of the way. Actually, let's start with these. So we are going to add these. So the reason I cut the tabs the way that I did is because we're going to have this flip down so that this pattern will be right side up, and we're going to have this flip up and that pattern will be right side up. Okay, so I think we need to start with putting some tape on the back of these. So I've already inked them up and I don't have to worry about that, but I am going to put some 3/8 inch tape on here. And I'm going to burnish it. I keep pushing everything so far away from me. The way my camera's set up now, it's a little bit closer, so I don't have to push everything so far. I'm going to cut this off. Just a little extra. And actually, I'm going to miter my corners too. So I'm going to grab my garbage bowl. I'm going to miter these a little bit. So what I need to do though, so it's not the same width as you can tell. So I either am going to eyeball it, which is never a good idea for me, but I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, burnish this down. Remove the tape backing. And I am going to try to eyeball it. I'm just trying to kind of center this. Oop, got stuck there. You need to try to not touch your tape as much as possible, but I didn't get it centered, and that's okay. But now the hard part is going to get this one to be the same as that one. So the same uncenteredness. needs to go, needs to happen. Okay. And I'm not real sure how I want to do this. What if I did it like this? Right? If I do it like that, then I should be able to get it in the same spot. Did I get it in the same spot? I did. Perfect. All right. So now we have a flip up, which I feel like I messed it up somehow. A flip up and a flip down. So beep, beep. I like to do that a lot because I like to put like photo mats and things like that in here on the cover, just an extra space to hold things. So we did that, and now we're gonna add these other two. Whoops, I didn't put tape on these either. Well, goodness gracious. I guess I wasn't as prepared as I thought. Let me put some tape on these. Okay, so first we're gonna take this one and we're gonna put it on this side. Don't worry about these that we just added. We are going on the side edge here. So those things are not important at all at this moment. I just like to do them first before I add these. I don't know why. I'm not sure it even matters, to be honest. Okay. So I'm gonna start on that side and I'm gonna line it up to the edge, just like that. Okay, so there's one, and then let's do the other. Take the tape back in. And flip it around. Line it up. Just like that. So it's going to look like this. This goes in, and in, right? So there is our front cover, removable front cover. All of these things are inked, but it doesn't look like it. There went some of my spongy. I think I got I got some old ones. I found some in my stash, and I think they're just old and falling apart. Okay, so that's put together, and I'm also going to be using some magnets here in just a second, but first I want to, I think I'm going to mat this and then put it together so that it's going to go like this. So like we're kind of doing the same thing that we did on the prototype covers. This is kind of the, whoops, this is kind of the, I guess it doesn't really matter which way that goes. That's kind of the concept. I've just changed it up just a little bit. I like having all kinds of removable things, you know. So I think we will mat this now. I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, let's mat it. This we're going to put on the back side. Okay. So we're going to mat some of it. We're not going to mat the whole thing because we do need to add magnets. So I've already inked these up. You can see I didn't ink this side up as much as I did this side because it's going to be covered like that. So I'm going to grab the, what do I have? A Faber Tack. This is a Faber Tack that's inside of this bottle. This is a Sugar Bell bottle. It just makes it easier on your hands, and it doesn't get as unruly for some reason. It doesn't come squirting out the top as much. Of course, if you don't shake it down when you're trying to, if you're impatient like me and you're trying to get it to come down to the top, and you shake it, that will cause air to form inside of the bottle, and it will make it erupt, and that's a big waste of product. So sometimes you just have to have a little more patience. And when I set my, oh, I didn't cut this out very well. When I set my bottle down, when I'm using it, I typically put it on its side most of the time, just to make sure that I don't have to constantly wait for it to come down to the bottom, to the tip, I guess. So I'm putting glue on both edges of these flaps just so that it seals, like that. And then I'm going to ink the back side of this because we're gonna glue this down, but we're not going to glue it all the way down. We're going to leave it as like a tuck to put some things. So I'm just going to put some glue on just the very edges here, like that. And I'm going to put my lid on for a second because I think I need to think. I think I need to think. Okay. I'm going to put a paper clip to keep this closed because I am now going to, I want to put magnets. We need to put some magnets. It's magnet time. So let's see. I'm going to eyeball it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of trace out where this is going to be, sort of. It's going to be, everything's going to be matted, so you're not going to see. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a magnet here and here. So now I need to find my magnets. I do need to make sure that these are facing the same way. Whoop! Did y'all see that? Let me put this clip on here. Is that what I want to do? No. Yes. No, that is not what I want to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to have all my magnet resources linked down below in the description box and the first pinned comment, so you can get a bunch of magnets for a relatively cheaper price. But I'm going to take this. These are glue dots, and these are 3/8 inch glue dots, or are they 1/4 inch? I don't know. Let me look. They're bigger, and they fit these magnets perfectly. They're 3/8 inch. So I'm actually going to put a glue dot on each one of those marks that I made. So I just told y'all fib when I said otherwise. And I'm going to put a magnet down there and a magnet down there. Okay, and I'm just going to use this just as a barrier. Then I'm going to put a magnet on top here and there. I'm going to put a glue dot on each one of those, just like that. Just like that. And then I'm going to lay this exactly within those pencil marks that I made so that I can get the magnets on the back side of here. Okay, perfect. Now I could also, if I want to, which I think I will, I'm going to put a magnet here, let me move this. So there's a magnet back here. I'm going to stick another magnet over top like that. I don't know if this will work. I didn't do it this way in the prototypes, but I think it'll work. So we'll find out together, okay? So I'm going to put adhesive on there. I'm going to stick it back to where it was. That is the right spot, right? It should be. And I'm going to close that down. That way it will keep this closed. So we open it up like that. The mat will cover it and it will keep it closed somewhat. So now that we've got all these on here, let's mat everything. So I'm going to flip this over to the back. I'm going to put some glue around the magnet. Some people put tape. It just depends. It all depends on you. Sometimes I put tape, sometimes I don't. I wish there was just one set way of doing things, but you know what? There isn't. You can do it however you want. Whichever way you want to do it, you do you, and that is totally fine. All right, so I'm going to stick this on here. And I probably could have backed those magnets in a little bit, but that's okay. So we got the back matted. Oh, I probably was going to do some stuff to that. Probably should have waited to mat the back, but that's okay. And then let's mat the inside. So this is the inside piece. It's going to go here. I think. Yes. I think. Wait. Yes. I'm correct. I don't know why I've got this piece. Why do I, oh, probably because I matted. I traced it. Okay. I don't need that piece. Okay, this one is going on the inside. So again, we're just using glue, some Fabri-Tac. Oh, I didn't put glue around the magnet. And that is just so it doesn't, just in case the adhesive releases, it won't move. But I doubt that adhesive will release. But you never know. All right, and then this extra little piece that I cut that was right next to that was, you know, it's just parts that I cut off. I'm going to stick it down in here like this. So it's going to go inside here. Just so that it's not white. You could mat the whole thing on the inside if you wanted to, but not necessary. Okay, and then let's mat the top and bottom. So we're going to mat the bottom with this. Okay, so before we go on embellishing anything, let's go ahead and mat everything up. Oh, but wait. Oh, but wait. Let me do another thing. I am going to stick magnet. All right, we're going to add another magnet really quick. We're going to take the other cover mat that we printed, and I'm going to flip it over like this. And I'm going to clip it so that it stays in place. And let's put magnets on here. And I'm going to draw a circle around them and then put my glue dot there. I just looked to see, like, I had taken a picture of what my idea was for this cover, and I wanted to see the date because I feel like I prepped this a long time ago. Today's date is, what is today? The 10th, 11th of June? Yep, it's the 11th of June, and June 1st was when I prepped all this. Why? It took me so long, I don't know. I was recording other videos. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't know why I prepped this so far in advance, because I didn't need to, and I've completely forgotten what my thoughts were. But for these two, I am going to take them. Not with that. I'm going to use, what do I have here? 1/8 inch tape. Definitely don't want these sliding anywhere. For sure, for sure. So that's all I'm going to do. Just like that. I'm going to burnish them if I can find it. Okay. So now I can just take this off. I can put that over there. So we'll attach that to the cover in a minute. So I'm gonna mat these two pockets, or these two flaps first. I'm gonna put them on. And these are all inked up, so all I gotta do is add the glue. There's one. Ooh. I did not trim that out well. Wow. I've been having a lot of headaches lately. That's probably what was happening, the headache. But it doesn't matter. It's all good, you guys. It does not matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm not stressed about it. You shouldn't either. Yeah, I just totally cut those out bad. But again, so here's what we got. That's what it's gonna, that's like the beginnings of the cover. Isn't it pretty? I love the wood brown against that green. It's such a beautiful combination. And then on the inside, I don't have anything for these two yet. I haven't decided on that, but I do have these, and I think we're gonna mat these two like this, and then that might be all we do for the inside at the moment. I might, we'll see. We'll see. I'm playing around. I'm thinking about an idea. I'll show you. I'll show you my thoughts here in just a sec. So I had the idea of taking one of our flowers and putting it on here like that. Trying to, let's see. You know, like having it right there. I think that would be really pretty. Do you guys have any thoughts? I'm going to ink the back side. And the reason I picked this one is because it's got the pattern paper on the one side. So when you flip this up, it'll have that pretty pattern paper showing. What do you guys think? You think that'd be pretty? I think it would too. So now the question is, how do I glue this down? I might use a glue dot because these are super sticky. That's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to put a glue dot on there. So I'm just going to make sure I don't have that showing. There. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It doesn't have to keep it closed. It's just for decoration. I think it's adorable. Okay, so will it still hold? Will the magnets still catch? Well, those don't have magnets on them. But will that, yep, look at there. Okay, so that will hold on to that just fine. But now I think I need to add another set of magnets, a shooty doodle, so that this will hang on to the cover. So again, I'm going to flip this open. I'm going to keep that. I need to figure out how to. I did say shooty doodle. I did. Those words came out of my mouth. All right, note to self. Don't prep so far in advance, Jennifer. I've completely forgotten what I want to do. Okay, now it should be perfect. Okay, it is. So now I'm going to grab a couple more magnets. So luckily, I think that might be the only magnets we're going to need on the cover. Let's do this one first. That wasn't too many, was it? 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 6 magnets, right? This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Okay, I am going to add some liquid glue to this. The glue dot is just not holding as well as I would like for it to. All right. And this closes. This closes. Wonderful. That's better. That's better. Much better. And then this goes here. Okay. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to attach it to my cover. Yes, I am. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to take some double-sided adhesive. Apologize, you guys, for this being all over the place. Bring my cover over. I don't guess it matters which, so there is no up or down. So since there's no pattern on there, we just need to make sure this is the right way around. Alright, got that all good and burnished. So now this will connect to that and it's not gonna fall off. I'm trying just to hold the cover so that so I can show you. So now let's do a little bit of decoration. Alright, let me grab my stuff. this. I don't know. I think I have a plan. I think I have a plan. Where's my other things? Okay, so I haven't showed you guys how I did this yet, but I did use resin, and I poured some things. I'm just not sure which ones I'm going to use, so maybe we could decide that together. Maybe. Let's see. I have a heart from the one mold that I have. I showed you guys that. I have a heart. Let me scooch in. That might be better. So it was white resin, and I colored it with Distress Oxide Speckled Egg, and I think I used gesso first. So I have that one. I have this one, which is from another mold. Let me see if I can reach it. I'm getting myself in the way. I'll have to show you guys what I used in some of the trials and tribulations that, that I've been going through. So this one here, which is super pretty, came out of this mold, and this one was from My Love Prima 996338. I had used a different resin and it never set. I tried it so many times. Again, we'll talk about that another day. So I've got this one, and then I've also got like a butterfly one from one of the modes that I've already showed you. So I don't know. I don't know which one I'm thinking about using, but those are my three options for that. And then I was thinking about adding my girl here. So let me put these options aside. Putting her on the cover might be kind of cool. So I normally don't like people unless they're an actual photo of the person, of a person. I normally don't like to use people in my scrapbook albums, but she's kind of cool. So then I thought about adding a butterfly, and then one more thing to be behind her. Excuse me. And it might be something like this. Just for layers and depth and whatnots. Oh, I want a number card. Let me grab my number cards. So, let's see. What if I did a 24 on here for like the year 24, something like that. That's really pretty. So going back to that, do I want that heart, this heart, or this butterfly? It's not exactly the same color green. Should I try to ink it a little? Or, ooh, I know. Okay, I'm gonna use that. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna grab this stuff, this gilding wax. This is gold gilding wax. And I really don't want to use my finger, but I'm gonna. I'm trying to look in the monitor. Do I like the butterfly? With the butterfly being there, maybe not. Let's see what this looks like. I kind of dig that. So whatever you have, use what you have. Okay, you don't have to use the exact same thing I did. And if you don't have resin, you can just use paper clay. Somebody else was mentioning. Just regular clay, like air dry clay, or the kind you put in the oven. I don't see why not. Hot glue. I've seen people do hot glue before. You could use whatever you have. I can't decide if I want to use this one or this one. This one with the flowers is kind of cool because there's flowers there. And this one is lots of swirlies and it's pretty. I don't know, I like them both. I can't do both though. This one's not as thick. All right, let's do that one. This one is from the My Love one. And I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger and I'm just gonna kind of brush the top just a little, like this. And I think it'll make it look super pretty. I don't know how long it takes for this stuff to dry, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I like using it. I'm gonna have gold all over me. Oh, this one doesn't have anything on the back, so it's just white. I should have colored the back as well. So we can have it right there. We could have it off to the side. No, let's stick to the middle. Okay. I might add some more of this on the cover later, but for now we're just gonna stick with this. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think. So let me start with gluing these down. Well, I can't decide though, you guys. Should I leave it to where I could tuck some things behind them? Or should I leave it to where I can tuck some things in front of them? What do you think? Or neither. I mean, it doesn't have to be either. It could be glued down. Alright, I'm going to grab a piece of tape. This is just like a low tack tape. So I'm thinking if I make all of this one piece, can glue it all together, but then that's on the outside. Okay, I think I'm gonna tack stuff together here. I just can't decide if I want to glue it down or not. That's my problem. Glue it down to the back or leave it loose. I think I'm gonna glue it, you guys. I think I might glue it. Notice I didn't ink anything. Wow. Well, I guess I could make it to where things could tuck that way. That'd be all right too. Nope. That looks cute. I like it. Whoop. I forgot about you. Alright, let's glue that down. I don't know, actually, to be honest. I don't know if that's going to work. The glue to work on that. That's what I did with my other ones. Well, my other ones were wax, though. Like this one here is a wax seal. Not a wax seal, but I used a wax seal beads and poured into the mold, and then when I glued it down, I dropped some wax onto the thing and glued it down that way. So I don't know. Alright, we're just going to give it a whirl here. Let's see what happens. Looks like I put too much glue on. Perfect. Okay, that's a pretty cover. Yeah. Alright, now let's talk about the back side. I want to do the back side of this envelope as well. So I'm going to lay it out like this. Maybe this is what I was going to cut. I was going to cut these. That's why I meant to not. Alright, so I was going to do a flower on the back, and I also want another number card. And I'm going to do a label, a journal spot. Do I want to do a 24? Let's do a different one. Let's pick, look, there's 29 right there. Let's do a 29. Why? I don't know. Let's say it's somebody's 29th birthday. Oh, I want to do a journal spot. Journal spot set number 2 is what I want to do. I want to use one of these. I want it to go across the top. See, again, I think I was planning on cutting things straight. It's okay. And then maybe do another embellishment, something like this. Ah, I need one more thing. One more thing. A bird. I need a bird. Something like this. I don't know why. I just need a bird. Okay, so now I need to tackle my issue. Let me grab the templates, and I'll get the mat for that out. And we'll use that. Oops. And I know you guys are in there. You're in close. You're in close. So I'm going to do this. I don't need that on there right now. And then I'm going to trace it out so then we can cut it straight. You don't have to cut it straight if you don't want to. I should have done it before, but I didn't, so. I should use a paper trimmer, but I'm gonna be daring. Alright, so there's one piece. Now I need to ink that up. Okay, alright, and this, I'm gonna put this here, I think. I'm going to leave it to where things could get tucked into it too. And then down here, I'm going to have to cut this one as well. I don't have to, but I'm going to. Let me move that. Would have been easier if I'd have just waited to mat until this was done, but this is what you do if you forget what you're doing. All right. I'm just going to mat the edges that I cut, and the same with. Well, I'm going to mat this whole, or I'm going to ink. Wow. I have to tell you guys, I am not feeling very good today. I don't know what is going on. My headaches and stuff have been the next level. probably why I'm having a hard time thinking. Alright, I'm going to glue this on these sides and the top. And we're going to leave it open so that if you wanted to tuck pictures or something in there, you can. Okay. And down here, I'm just going to glue it where I cut it off. So same deal. You can use it as a tuck, a place to tuck things. How do I want to do this? I kind of wanted it to be like the bird sitting on the number because I think that's cute. Something like that. All right. Yeah. That looks good. Did that move? A little bit. Let's scoot it over. Okay. And then this thing right here, I was going to put this up here. Just because I think it's pretty. Okay, let's just glue the top here. Yeah. That is adorable. And then this side, also adorable. And that goes there. Let me scooch these back. And there's the cover, you guys. And then that goes on there. There is the cover of our first album with the timeless printable scrapbook album templates. And we can stick things. We can tuck things. Something can go here if we want, which I don't see us covering up our little pretty girl there. But on the back side, we could put things here, and we can put things here, and then of course all on the inside there. Which we're not going to do the insides of the cover in this video, but yeah, I think it turned out really, really good. I'm sorry I was all over the place today. I promise I'll do better. I will plan better. I will do better. I will be better. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.